All right, I believe that we're live and we're feeding out to the folks out there. If you guys could, if you guys can hear me, let me know if the audio and all that's coming in loud and clear. Okay, here we go. We got GunDoctor joining us as well. All right, so let's see here. Let me do the lineup. All right, yeah, we had some technical difficulties going on in the background, but I believe we have all of that, fingers crossed, cleared up. All right, so listen, you guys are watching us live on Utreon. We do that so that we can actually handle guns. I don't have any immediately to grab here. I will get my hands on some here in a second. Okay, let me see. Okay, sounds like Lola's done slamming the door. Yeah, if the audio and everything is coming through, just let me know here. All right, so we're live on Utreon so we can handle guns. If you're watching this later on YouTube, you want to join us live, go over to Utreon/Who Moved My Freedom podcast. That is the place to go to so that you could do that. And of course, check out hankstrange.com. And oh no, I got the spinning wheel. I hope that's, you guys could still hear me, right? I got the spinning wheel of death going, so hopefully that's not
Yep, I can see.
okay, cool. Hopefully that's not a bad sign. Yeah, let's try to, I don't know what is going on here. I installed this driver last week that I should have never put on this computer, and it is messing everything up. Okay, let's see here. All right, I think we're ready. If you guys are ready, let's kick this off. You guys are ready? Okay, Daniel?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
go
ready.
for it here.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right. Oh, got everything a little bit mixed up there. Hold on, let's see. All right, we are live. Let's get the jazz hands going right now. Get those jazz hands there up in the air. All right, there you go. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on. It's episode, let me see. I got to pull everything up in front of me because I have no idea. I think it's, here we go, episode 881 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. And my guests tonight are Shooting Gallery New England. There he goes, Joe is in the house. What's up, man? What's going on?
Man, what's going on?
Chilling. It's one of those days for me. One of those days. I'm not 100% sure what's up. And we also have Danielgundoctortv joining us.
How's it going?
What's up, man? And then I see, you've got a brand new studio.
I do.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll get into all of that here. We'll catch up with these guys here. So I know it's a little crazy out there. What is this? Hussein says video's not loading. Is it just me? You might have to refresh your page. If other people out there have issues, let us know, and we'll see if we can address that. I think everything should be good. All right, so let's see. What's up with you guys? Let's start off there. What's the deal with you dudes? Yeah. Have you guys met? Oh, that's the first thing. Lola was asking me if you guys know each other, right?
No,
Yeah.
I've never met him in my entire life.
Oh, okay. Well.
I wouldn't admit that either.
Yes, we know each other. Yeah.
You guys know each other. Have you met in real life or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. This is the first time that the two of you are on this particular show, though, right?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Daniel's been on my show a few times.
Oh, okay. All right, there you go. So cool. Where did you guys meet each other?
IV88, wasn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Let's see here. So what is the deal? Who wants to start off? I think Daniel was deferring to you, Joe.
Yeah. All right.
What's up? What's the haps with you?
What's the haps with me? Nothing. I am working my tail off. I am so busy at work, so I'm doing a lot of compliance work, and but also been filming a lot, doing a lot of content at the shop too. So I'm pretty blessed. They're letting me film at the shop now. So I'm going 1,000 miles a minute, and just hoping I don't get off the tracks.
Right. Okay. All right. That's how it's the grind. You got to feed the monster.
Yeah.
You know, the YouTube, all the social media monsters that you've got to feed. I think you got a few, including TikTok. You got to feed the tickety talk.
Yeah. I'm at the point right now. If I pin one more H&K mag, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Are you trying to tell me that millions of dollars are not flowing into you from your lucrative YouTube channel? No. I was thinking I was gonna start an OnlyFans and just kind of shake it what my mama gave me. That could be good for you.
Yeah. My wife said no, that's not gonna happen.
Oh well.
A Jolie fan.
Yeah,
Jolie fan. Yeah, where they get the Joe juice.
Yeah. Well, Lola was saying that you hit 1,500 subscribers, right?
Yes.
On YouTube or?
Yep.
Okay,
YouTube.
Awesome. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I just got over that milestone this week, so I was pretty excited, and it's just another notch in the belt that I'm just happy it's finally kicking off, and been working so hard, and especially with everybody out there that watches the channel, I absolutely can't thank them enough.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations to you. And let's see. Wait, Armament and Axes actually has a question for you before we go to GunDoctor TV. No, actually, no. This is for GunDoctor TV. He says, ask GunDoctor if I can get that charging handle back now. I'm building ARs. Just joking. Well, I don't know what that means. What is that about?
He sent me a charging handle a while back.
Oh, okay.
Build that I was doing. Hey, brother, if you need it, I got it here.
Yeah. Yeah. In other words, I got your charging handle right here. What's going on with you, Daniel? What's up, man? New studio. I see behind you.
New studio. Getting ready to launch the new channel. Hopefully next week. Maybe this weekend.
Right.
Depending on how everything works out. But yeah, I've been neglecting GunDoctor TV though. I've been so busy with so many projects. And
it's tough to do. Go ahead.
Yeah, I bought a new mower, so I was out playing Hank Hill today, and I got a lot of time, so I'm not as prepared for this as I'm supposed to be.
Right.
Well, was it a ride-on lawnmower?
Yeah, exactly. What was it?
Oh,
what did you get? What did you buy? Give us details of this.
A big X-Mart, zero-turn X-Mart.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, zero turn.
My yard's like 2 acres, so.
Oh, 2 acres? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you could zip through that on a zero turn.
Well, it's all hillside, so if I zip too much, I'm just going to end up in a creek somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, I don't see him, pushing, those old school lawnmowers where, the blades were on a spindle?
Oh, yeah.
And they just,
no way.
Yeah. I got those for my kids, man, to teach them some character. They didn't freaking use those things. They were like, yeah, I got your character. I got some character for you. I'm not going to use it, so.
They went and probably bought a, used push lawnmower for, $25 and say,
No, then we got goat.
Oh.
Which goats work nicely on, on, sides of mountains and all that, too, Daniel. Yeah, you can get some goats. If you're too busy, get some goats.
Yeah, I don't know. That lawnmower was very costly. I'm going to get every hour out of it I can.
Yeah, you could always get some extra work too.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I just don't have time. I'm getting ready to head to Pennsylvania to film a documentary. So.
Oh, cool. What documentary are you filming?
It's about one of the oldest barrel. Yeah, it's about one of the oldest barrel makers in the country.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, they made barrels back in World War II, Shaw, the name of the company.
Yep.
And yeah, we're just we're going to go up and film that and see where the story leads.
Yeah, I've met the guys from Shaw Barrels. So let's see here. There's a bunch of different things, but what is the new channel? What is the new channel called? What is it about?
Reify. Okay. Reify is basically a playground where I get to play with weapons. Nothing that shoots. It's all melee and stuff like that. But it's weapons from video games, from movies, and we test them and see how viable they would be in the real world.
So is the YouTube is the YouTube channel Reify, or is it?
Yeah, that's the name of the channel, Reify.
It's just Reify.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm searching for it, which I know we talked about this before, and I thought I searched for it then.
Reify.
Okay, I'm doing that on the YouTubes, and I don't see.
It's a super small channel. I don't have any content uploaded yet.
Let me put my search filters to channel.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, that'll.
Let me see if that does. Oh, here. No, Reify Health, Reify Topic. Which one of these is it? Look at this. There's a lot of Reify up here. Oh, is it
the one with the blue, the neon? Yeah.
This one right here.
That's it.
Okay, boom. I'm gonna subscribe. There you go. I thought I did all this already. Oh no, that was a different channel from the last time, right?
No. You're probably referring to my Star Wars channel, which is super secret.
Oh.
If Hank has found out that Star Wars channel, I must find out now.
No, I don't know what the hell he's secret about everything. I don't know what the Star Wars channel is. Up till now, he just said that it's a Star Wars channel. I don't even know what the hell the name of it is.
Just don't be holding out on me. Don't hold out on me, Hank.
I don't know. Honestly,
it's got a whole set too. The set for it's a little bit more expensive than the set for this.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what that is, but I do invite everyone to go and subscribe to Reify right there. There's no videos. When the hell are videos getting put on this channel?
Hopefully this weekend the first video will be up, and it's on the game Dying Light 2.
Dying Light. Okay, what's Dying Light about?
It's basically a zombie survival game, and the weapons are all makeshift, like from stuff that's laying around, like
okay.
Tire. Yeah, just weird random combinations of hacky, stabby.
Okay.
Light stuff up.
Right, and what is the reason that we all can't know about the Star Wars channel?
It's just a secret channel.
Okay. So you don't want us to subscribe or look at the videos or anything. Yeah, Cruiseman says give us a hint.
Yeah, I've been trying to get it out.
If people actually find it, I'll admit to it. But
your face is not shown on there.
No.
Okay, and it's not it's your voice, but you're changing your voice. You said before.
It is my voice, but I am changing it and adding some tonal differences in post. So.
Are you doing a male voice or a female voice?
It's a lot of information.
I know. I'm trying. I feel like I'm playing the Masked Singer or something here.
Imagine if like the gun guys had that type of competition, like Masked Singer, GunTuber edition.
Masked GunTuber. Yeah. Well,
that would go very horrible for me.
Yeah, it's a
print. Yeah, that's definitely dark.
Print, shoot, repeat. I think is a mask. He's a mass shooter. There's a couple of them, right? It's not just print, shoot, repeat. There's a few guys that are.
A lot of guys in the 3D community. Like their anonymity.
Yeah, I met him this weekend. He seemed cool.
Yeah. I didn't.
You were at the.
I was bummed.
You were what?
I was going to go, and my dad ended up having to go to a doctor's appointment, so I stayed back to take care of that stuff.
Okay.
And so I didn't get to go to the Maker's Match. I had a gun built, and I was ready to go. I was excited.
Oh, I wasn't talking about the Maker's Match. I did
you're talking about the Gathering.
Yeah, the Gathering was the Maker's.
I was going to go to that too. I was going to go to both.
Oh, okay. Both of the makers match was where in Florida?
St. August. Yeah,
St.
St.
Augustine.
Augustine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and you were talking about the gathering, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking forward. I was hoping to go to one of the two. I had an invite to the gathering,
Hmm.
and then I was gonna compete at the Makers Match, but I had to buy a new computer, so that put all travel woes on halt. And
Yeah.
I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, I'll have to hold out.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
unfortunately missed both those events, but
Hmm.
it looked like a fun time, absolute fun time.
It was cool. It was cool. It's my second time going. I think it was. I would say it probably was bigger than the last time, but there was a specific day just for content creators on Thursday, and I didn't even get everything in that I wanted to, but Lola and I we got around, and then Friday was let's see, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday was open to everyone, but Friday they kind of closed everything down early because there was a little bit of rain, and for whatever reason, like
A little
last
bit of
year,
rain
they
didn't hurt
yeah,
anybody.
last year they were like, oh, it's gonna be thunderstorms and tornadoes and everything tomorrow, and then that day was so bright and sunshiny out there, and Lola and I, went out that day and we were doing videos and stuff because we were camped out there. So it was kind of like the same thing on Friday that they shut everything down early, and there was like a few sprinkles because we were just right on the north edge of whatever was going through there. So, you know. Lola Strange says, because he wants to keep it separate, damn it, what's so hard to understand? Talking about the YouTube channel. Yeah, Lola, I don't know why he wants to keep it separate. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make sense to me. That's what's so hard. It's, you know, I mean, what, you're ashamed of us gun guys? You don't want us going to your channel?
Oh no,
You're too
it's not that at all.
embarrassed that like the gun guys go over to your channel and say, "Oh, what's up, GunDoctortv?"
Yeah, well, that might happen. That might happen.
Yeah,
But
I would
exactly.
troll those comments. Oh, I would troll so bad.
I mean, that's all good stuff. It's not. It's not gonna. Are you worried about how it's gonna affect you with the algorithm or something, or you don't want
No, not
people
at
to
all.
find out that you're a gun guy?
No, I just wanted to separate the two worlds, basically.
I get that.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
yeah,
All right. Okay.
because
That's fine.
it would make sense to promote it on Gun Doctor TV,
Mhm.
but
Yeah. He's basically embarrassed of us, Joe.
No. I'm giving him
Yeah.
a little
May,
bit more.
may,
credit.
may,
I see that.
maybe I'm embarrassed by myself. Because I'm actually performing. I'm acting. I'm
Oh, okay.
playing it.
Are you doing like a British? Are you doing like a British
No,
accent, Australian?
no.
Okay.
I
Are you
didn't do
doing
that
any
much.
kind of
Czech,
accent?
yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
Czechoslovakian
Maybe.
accent.
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, Russian. Are you doing a Russian accent?
No, definitely not Russian.
Uh-huh.
So what he's telling us is he's FPS Russia, but the Star Wars channel version.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna give you too tough of a time about it, but I mean, look, I have a separate channel. I have a separate channel. Well, I show my face on there. My name is Hank Strange on there. And people.
Yeah.
One day I went to a van thing, and this lady looks at me and she goes, "I know what you do, Hank Strange." And I was like, "Oh, really?" you know. And then I think she made like a thing, like shooting guns, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not ashamed of that at all." Just for the algorithm, I try not to mention it over there because, YouTube is
And that
horrible.
was the ideal behind Reify.
Mhm.
I still want to have fun with weapons because I'm a giant kid at heart,
Mhm.
and so I'm keeping the pew pews out of it. Just sticking with melee, some range weapons, bows, stuff like that. But
Okay. I see Swamp Dog is out there. Swamp Dog Armory. I think I ran into him. On Saturday. I don't know. Was it Saturday? I don't know. He probably knows. He probably knows better than me. One of those days I ran into him out there. It could have been Friday or something like that I ran into him. But he's in the chat. Shout out to him.
What up, Swampy?
pretty cool. cool dude.
Yeah.
And he's like on the leading edge of the 3D stuff as far as the gun world goes.
3D printing.
The 3D.
Uh-huh.
No, like the 3D videography.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I've heard that.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the VR and 3D. He's like,
Okay.
that's his whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still pretty young. The whole ideal is, but I think in the future, I think it's going to go that way with games are trending that way.
Yeah.
More video stuff trend that way.
It's what on my camera here? I gotta look at my camera or something. My camera just like totally freaked out on me over here. And
what kind of camera do you use?
I use a Canon, so that's a Canon M50 that I'm using.
Okay.
So
I just bought a new.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I finally graduated from cell phone.
What did you buy?
I bought a Sony Alpha 7C.
Oh, well, excusez-moi.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, look.
I spent almost $1,000 on the lens though.
Yeah. That's the thing. Joe is like, what?
So I guess I'm a poor because I spent about $650 on everything.
Oh, on your whole what camera do you have, Joe?
I have a Panasonic G7 Luminex.
Oh, okay. Those are cool.
Yeah, I like them.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I haven't updated. I'd like to update the lens, but
okay.
It's done wonders for me. There's some stuff I'd like to upgrade. I'd like to get like a legit tripod. My tripod is just like a $35 Target special.
Oh no, man! You need to get a heavier. Why don't you look in Craigslist or something? Like I found tripods just through Craigslist. From those old camera dudes.
Yeah.
Like get an old school. Yeah, get an old school heavy tripod.
That could work.
Yeah. You should.
Yeah. Especially when if you're gonna be traveling, you could get one of the carbon fiber ones or something.
Yeah, I had one at Range Day in May, and that thing was awesome. And I'll probably pick one up for this year. But
what happened to it? It broke or something?
No, I stole it from Flying Rich. I completely stole it from him. Then
just keep it.
No. I gave it back to him.
Yeah, just keep it, man. If it came from Rich, just take it and keep it.
No.
He won't track you down at all. He won't hunt you down. Yeah. Listen, we are about to go to a break right now. We're going to be right back here and get back to this. Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms. By the way, Swamp Dog says, let me read what he says here. He says, he says Thursday at the gathering. Okay, Thursday, there you go. I left Friday to Florida for the Makers match. And he says trying to bridge the gap. By the way, the holographic tablet I use is on sale this week, $250. Holographic tablet. Okay.
It's really cool. It works in tandem with the 3D stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Why did I flip you guys here? I got you guys flipped around. And Flying Rich is also out there, so shout out to Flying Rich. We were just talking about him. So there you go. Was Flying Rich doing the Makers match?
No,
okay.
Not.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see here. By the way, speaking of flying, someone's sending me a gun. What is this gun? For Gorn, my 300 black build. It has more on it now, but basic build, facts on barrel, shoots great. Okay, nice. So hold on, I'll show that. Boom.
Oh, that's sexy.
I'll get it in here before I forget about it. Very nice, very nice. Respect.
Speaking of 300 blackout, I actually was able to shoot a honey badger this last week. I was like all excited about it.
Yeah, honey badgers are from. Is that from Q?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was my boss's. He's an SOT. He's able to have stuff like that. He was like, hey, I was just cleaning it for him, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna try this out. And that thing, I want it so bad. That that's like my dream gun right there.
How much is it? Like, is it like 3,500 or something?
Yeah, they're about 3,500, $4,000.
Mm.
They're in that general area.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You can build one. You can always build your own.
Well, that's the thing. I want
Build
the
it
clear
better.
dies. Well, listen. I want the Q stuff.
Oh,
on-
you want
I-
the Q? You want the Q logo?
You want
Yeah,
the Romar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a logo ho, and
Oh yeah. I was thinking it, but I wasn't gonna say it. But since you,
I'll admit it. I'll completely admit it.
Listen, there's no shame. Like, you know.
I am. No, clearly,
Yeah,
there's
if
no
you-
shame here.
Yeah, if you.
That's the thing. Like, I'd love to build a 300 blackout, but it's like
Mhm.
me personally, that round is made to be suppressed, and where I live now, I can't have suppressors. So, and also, why would I build a 16-inch 300 blackout fixed mag? Like, I could build a fixed mag pistol and not have to do anything to it, and I could have probably a 10-inch barrel or whatever optimizes for 300 blackout. But again, it's a fixed mag 300 blackout.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's really not going to do much. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a build I'll probably wait, or I'll just save the money, and when I move out of state, I'll buy a honey badger
Right. Okay.
with the suppressor to match.
Right. So Armored and Axis says that at Hank Strange, that was my 300 blackout. Okay. Yes. There you go. I forgot to say that. My bad. And then this one is from Edward Andrews, and this is his 300 blackout. There you go. That's
Nice.
kitted up. So
Kitted up.
he's got the clear mags on there. You know, got the suppressor. Light. What is that light? Is that a
Looks like
Surefire? No.
It looks like an Olight.
Is it an O-light?
It's no light.
Yeah, it's an O-light. Yeah. And then what is this? This is
That's
Doesn't explode.
Vortex optic,
yeah.
possibly Vortex optic.
Yeah.
That's actually a nice build. It looks like he has a whip machine muzzle brake on there.
Is that a muzzle brake or a no? That
It looks like it could be one of those whip machines where it's like a muzzle brake, but it's a like one of those I forget what they're called. They're like the cans that you screw on that just pushes all the gas forward, so it sounds a little bit quieter.
okay. What was it called? What, Daniel?
It's like a cone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It throws the sound forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've played with a few of them.
Yeah. Did you say ooh to the O-light?
Yeah, I'm not an
Yeah.
Olight fan.
Oh, okay. Flying Rich says O-light only light with a confirmed kill. Okay.
Exactly.
What?
Yep.
Wait, did O-light kill someone?
Yep.
Yeah. Dude was working on his
I have
car
a
and he had it
permanent
in his
scar.
Oh, he had it in his mouth and it blew up?
mouth.
Yep.
Yeah.
When was this? Did we
years
talk
back,
about
maybe.
this? Yeah, we might. I
A
can't
few
remember.
years ago.
Probably.
Yeah, I can't remember if we
My-
talked about it. Mm-hmm.
My Olight almost blew up in my pants. I was driving and
Mm-hmm.
I had it on my 19, and thank God I was in a car. I wasn't in a store.
Mm-hmm.
But all of a sudden I'm driving and I feel like my leg just started burning up, and I'm like, "What the hell is that?"
Oh,
and then
man.
I feel my pants. And I'm like, "Uh-oh!" So in traffic, I like discreetly pull my gun out, and I can just see the heat just steaming off my holster, and the light was on because the ring under the O-light got all kind of wonky, and it just started lighting up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
The
I
one
don't
had-
trust it.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had like the Warrior 2 Pro, and it would just turn on randomly for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Carrying it. Yeah, so I quit. Yeah, like Joe said, one day my pocket literally caught on fire, and I was like,
Yeah.
can't carry this anymore.
Yeah, I know we we sell some O-lights from time to time, but the ones and I always carry one in my pocket and that turns on. They need to make a more positive like click or something on those. But wasn't there a recall? I think I saw recently they did a recall
Probably.
on some of them.
Yep.
Yeah. So, this is the dangers of things, like how much the stuff gets tested. Are you the person testing it out there? The trade-off affordable, you know what I'm saying? So, if as you get things out there, I think that's going to happen. I know I've heard that from several people that have issues with it. So hopefully Olight is dealing with all of that because they become very popular.
Yeah, I've been trying to switch to like Surefire or Streamlights.
Yeah.
Well, they'll either deal with it or bury it, like good condoms do.
Yeah. And Swamp Dog, yeah, one of the two, man. That's that's how it goes down, Swamp Dog Armory says y'all bailed on me for coming to my Makers match. So there you go. Who won the Makers match? I don't know who won. Let us know if you know. It looks
the
like
guy that won last year overall won again this year. Swamp Dog placed second in the kit rifle build. Mr. Snow placed first in the PCC competition.
I don't know who that is.
Really Mr. Snow is one of the 3D printers. Like he's in the Are We Cool Yet group.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
Night Train is saying Ola is made in China. Yes, it is made in China. And listen, I got no shame in my game, man. So we sell some Olights, get some money. But I would say before you buy it, look and see what's going on out there. If you have issues with it, get in touch with Olight. If there's recalls, get your light traded up or whatever. But there's always a balance, If you want to spend more money, you can definitely do that, and there's some good things. I don't know if everything else out there, like the more expensive stuff is made in America or whatever, but anything that people are making out there could have issues. So it really it really comes down to how much research, development, testing do they do, and how responsive are these companies to the stuff that's going on out there. And I've got stuff from Surefire and a bunch of different places. So
I carry a Chinesium light.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah. What's your what light do you carry?
I carry a PowerTac.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I even know that one.
They're usually down at IP88 every year, but that's how I even found it.
What's it called?
PowerTac.
PowerTac. You're saying?
Yes, PowerTac.
PowerTac. Okay, go see yours.
I've been carrying this Pelican, and it just runs off a AAA battery, and it's pretty good. About 300 lumens. I don't know how many lumens, but I use it more than I used to use my S2R baton, and it's a little bit more slimmer, which I like. I want to upgrade my light to the stiletto that Surefire makes, but it's like $250, and that's just it's a lot. So I've been getting on this trend of buy once, cry once. And I'd rather spend the money out front and then not have to worry about it.
Yeah, Edward Andrews says he's had no problems with that one. Let's see, what's the one that you're carrying?
I don't have the light with me, but I have the box.
Oh, PowerTac Warrior. Oh, PowerTac. Yeah. PowerTac Warrior. I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah, they're super. The one I carried it for over a year, and I even carried it on Surviving Man.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I put that light through hell, and it worked great.
Okay.
I replaced the battery in it this year, but other than that, it's been...
Yeah, let's see. Armin and Axis says not much not made in China anymore. Sad. And Night Train says Surefire is just too much coin. And Armin and Axis says bet it's made in China. I don't know. It could be. Do you know where the Surefires are made? I mean, that doesn't. At the end of the day, if you're making these lights and you're researching and developing them, then testing them, and then even like that one's battery powered. It's kind of tough for the battery powered ones to blow up, like the ones that use just like traditional batteries that you could take out, right? The ones that are using those, those lithium batteries. This is the danger of lithium.
Well, even with
if those batteries rupture, and come in contact with air, they burst into flame. Because lithium is unstable. So
they were having that issue with vaping mods for a while because if your batteries got unwrapped, you'd have some serious issues and they would just ignite. So It's volatile stuff. But then again, guns are the same way. People think that like guns are made, so eloquently, and if it's this, say it's costs like $300, like there's gonna be some problems here and there. I deal with a lot of warranty stuff at work. I'm the guy that sends guns out for warranty, and I've seen numerous Smith and Wessons. I've sent Taurus guns back. I've sent Rugers back. Like it doesn't matter how expensive the gun is. I've sent guns back. Like it happens.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're mechanical things. There's all kinds of potential issues.
And when you're producing on a mass scale, not everything gets caught by quality. So things slip by.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And the big thing I think that it always comes down to is how do the companies deal with it? Do they deal with it, address it, improve it, make things better? I think probably so let's say we're talking about Olight, for example, right? One of the drawbacks probably with Olight is they're developing a lot of shit. They are constantly putting freaking lights out. They
have to have so much money in their R&D department.
They got to
constantly researching.
Well, and I don't.
I love innovation.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. To me, my thing is that maybe they're putting too much stuff out. I mean, Olight is probably going a little bit too fast and too hot and heavy and putting out a lot of stuff. There's a whole bunch of things like they're very aggressive on their marketing, which is one of the reasons why there's a lot of these other companies that don't want to do affiliate stuff or don't want to work with guys like us. And let's be honest about this. You can't buy everything. Like, I know I can't buy everything. So if companies are willing to work with me, or I don't know how you guys feel about it, but if they're willing to work with me and send me stuff and I could test those things and all that, hey, I'll give them a shot, versus other companies won't even talk to you. Even if you buy their stuff, they won't talk to you. They won't, like, there's companies, and I'm not going to say necessarily in the light space, but like in knives, for example,
Yep.
What's these expensive light knives that, we have the Microtechs, for example, and Microtechs are freaking awesome, and I've got several of them. Yeah, but unless you're like maybe I think they do deal, pretty well with some big ballers and stuff like that that's out there. And I get it.
If you got
that's numbers.
Count.
Yeah, they'll deal with them. But, it's difficult. Like, I like their stuff. I've had Microtech on. I've done a bunch of things with them. And, they're not easy to deal with. But I love their stuff. It's freaking awesome. So it's, it's that same kind of balance. And they make such awesome knives that it doesn't really matter. And I found that in I'm in the ham radio thing now, and I found that same thing over there. There's a company, like the company I bought my radio from is the same kind of thing. Like, they're so high post that they, unless you've got big numbers or whatever, they don't really pay any attention to you. This is what I hear. And it's just one of those things. What are you going to do about that? So if there's companies making stuff, they're making it more affordable, which is what people are looking for out there, and then they're willing to work with people to get their name out there. I think that's a good thing. The flip side of it, the flip side of it, though, if you make too much stuff that you're not fully testing everything, you're gonna run into issues. You might want to slow your roll down. I think is Joe frozen? No.
No.
Frozen? Yeah, I think Olight, man, has a lot of SKUs.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll put out a light, and then by the time you even get a chance to really try out that light, it's already obsolete. There's another one out. So yeah. DCG44 says alkaline batteries also have the advantage of holding charge longer on use, so one in a kitchen drawer for electricity out, it might be better choice. So there you go.
True.
Yeah.
True.
What I like with the Olights... Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can put out a lot of energy fast.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they get their advantage from.
Yeah, and I like with the Olights, one of the things I do like with Olight is that you could recharge it by USB. So if it happens to be in my pocket and I'm in my car and I realize like, oh shit, there's like, I could just plug it into the USB thing. It's magnetic. Boom, it clicks on. And there's there's
pros and cons of everything.
Pros and cons of everything. It's the same thing with guns. I've spent a lot of money. There's people that are diehard Daniel Defense rifle dudes, let's say for example, and I spent a lot of money and bought top of the line Daniel Defense. I bought the integrally suppressed Daniel Defense. You guys remember that?
Yeah, do you still have that?
Yeah, I still have it. Yeah. I mean, it's freaking papers on it, man. It's not so easy. That's another thing. You buy one. Yeah, you buy one of these rifles that's integrally suppressed. I could sell it. It's not that easy to sell.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you sold it to like Babyface or something like that.
Oh, no. Well, first of all, Babyface is not going to want, since he's my boy, he's not going to want to pay, appropriate prices. Babyface is going to want me to sell him a $3,000 rifle for $500.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then he's all in.
The friend price.
Yeah, then he's like, oh, I'm all the way in on that.
I actually just sold some of my guns because I just didn't shoot them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I sold my Ruger American in 223 with a nice sight mark scope, and then I sold my High Point 45 carbine because I didn't shoot it. Like I wish I didn't really want to, but I'm like, it's taking up space. I'm trying to clear the collection out, and now I'm like, I gotta get another High Point. I was like, why did I sell that?
Yeah, you should always have. I mean, I'm not knocking you for it, but you should. I feel like you should always have a High Point somewhere in the collection.
I know. Yeah. I'll probably get the 9mm, or I'll get the 10mm because 10mm is the best millimeter.
Oh Lord, let's not even start that nonsense.
See, look at that, Daniel.
Yeah. Oh, Daniel's with you for sure. It looks like, but I'm gonna say no to that.
You're kind of outnumbered here, Hank.
Oh, okay, fine. Let's see what the people think about it. So you sold those guns so that you can get other guns? I used to do that early on back in the days. I still do it.
I had to pay some bills.
Bills. That too.
I had to be an adult.
Oh no.
I'm tightening the belt a little bit because I'm trying to buy a house.
Just tell your wife to get another job.
She already works 2 jobs.
Yeah, tell her to get 3 jobs.
You know what, Hank? How about this? I'll send my wife your number and I'll say, hey,
listen. Okay, here, I'll tell you. I'm gonna give you your talking plan. It's really easy. You just sit her down and you look at her sternly and you say, "Listen, woman. I gotta keep these guns in my library for my empire that I'm building. Go get another job, damn it."
Yeah. So next time you see me, I'll have a black eye.
No sleep for you. No, trust me.
That would not go over well.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point. All right, so wait, where did Daniel go?
I'm here.
Get his High Point.
Oh, is he getting his high? Oh, yeah.
I was gonna get a High Point.
Oh, what'd you get?
I got it bolted to the wall.
Oh.
I gotta have a screw through the handle.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely melted here. Let's see if we can get a
shot of it. I was just gonna ask you. Oh, well, okay, that is through the handle.
Yeah. It's.
Oh man, what the?
Everybody should have a High Point.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone should have a High Point. There's nothing wrong with selling them. If you sell them, you can buy them back.
Honestly, I really like. I like High Point. Like, I love my carbine. I can't have the pistols in Massachusetts. I've always wanted like the C9. But I like the carbines. They're really, for what they offer, it's an amazing product. I've actually got a chance to speak to like the president of High Point because there was a little bit of an issue that we didn't know, and a customer called, and it made it all the way up to the president. And he called and asked for me. one of the most humble and nicest people I've ever spoken to, and he was like, "Yeah, no, that's fine, don't worry." And he helped our store out, so he like off that they were just whenever I've had to deal with them, they're such nice people. And like I know like people give them crap because they're ugly, but like they're awesome. And again, the company is like nice.
I mean, well, the current one is ugly. I mean, High Point sponsors. Right now, we just rolled in a thing talking about High Point, and I love them for supporting me. You know,
I'm trying to get you some props, Hank. Okay.
Yeah, no. I'm saying, but I like to tell the truth of things. I mean, they're not. You know, the current handguns are not attractive. I think.
Don't bother me.
Yeah, I think the new one's coming out, and I have one. I bought one for like $50 from a pawn shop.
You know, I've been hearing for 4 years that the YC9 is coming.
Right, the Yeet Cannon, the Yeet Cannon, yeah.
That gun can't be released unless it's perfect, because that is just that would cripple the company. Seriously, that gun had so much hype. If that doesn't come out anything less than perfect, it would just ruin them.
Well, they're not, and so the ones that are out there are pretty good, right? So you don't want to put out a new. And I'm not saying I'll be the first person to admit they look like freaking hair dryers. You get like a full size High Point handgun. It's like a hair dryer. You know, it's a lot of plastic on there. But they work.
Me on the reliability of a High Point, because I have literally seen one go through a house fire, and then I melted it with thermite. One of them did not survive, but the other one had a big hole melted in the slide, and that gun's still fucking perfect.
Yeah. So you don't want to go backwards from that just for the sake of making it better looking.
Yeah. Don't fix something if it's not broken.
Yeah, you know. And then also, you know, like they don't change that often, so you know, when they do switch it up and change, they do, like you said, man, they want to make sure they got that right. So I think it's going to be worth it. From what I hear from talking to Dave over at High Point and seeing some of the 3D printed prototypes and stuff like that that's out there, you know, they're close. They're whittling it down, so you know it'll be out there.
Hey, all I'm saying is I'm buying one the second I can. Like
me too, for sure.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. And they're gonna put them out there, and they're gonna be like, you're gonna have optic ready versions. Threaded barrels is gonna be like $150. I don't know. I'm not sure what the price is gonna be, but it's gonna be crazy. Yeah.
I shoot like one mag a year out of it.
Yeah. You know what? Like I remember doing before I ever met the people at High Point, and obviously like I saw the stuff that Iraq veteran 8888 did with the High Point. Remember the burn down he did with that? That's legendary. I think, did they microwave it? They fried it. They did all kinds of craziness to it.
Yeah, they melted it.
Yeah. So I saw all of that, but then someone came here to visit me, and I bought that cheap handgun, the what is it? I have like the subcompact 9, and we were just shooting some cheap guns to see what would work. That's the only one that worked. The other stuff was not on or just didn't even function. So like in the you know, so Night Train says the High Point carbines are a great buy. And DCG44 says High Point 57x28, bring it. When you spend more money on a couple of boxes of ammo than you do on your gun, then you're in trouble.
Yeah, I would for a 5.7 High Point. That would be a 5.7 High Point carbine. That would be pretty sweet.
In a kit, it would be badass. And you know, I don't know when they're gonna upgrade the carbines, but the kits that are out there, there's some cool kits out there. So.
Oh
yeah. You know. And then the 3D printing guys, I think it's tough for the 3D printing guys to make stuff out of the High Points because you can't really like separate the parts and stuff, right?
No, not really.
Yeah. So I think that's I don't know if they're making that easier when it comes to the new one. Probably not. I'm going to say not. But it would be cool to you know, for them to be like kit guns too, where you could get something
like Apex.
Yeah, you know, just make it just make it badass, you know, make a $150 gun, you know, like $1,000.
I keep messing with my inventory manager.
Oh, okay. So
okay.
Surely somebody can do something, and incorporate
Yeah, you
that.
could.
yeah. Now, how easy? That was easy for you to separate, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, you just assemble the carbine.
Hmm.
I don't even know
Yeah.
why. I just had a random barrel laying around.
Oh, okay.
It just happened to be
Yeah,
a
he's been
hybrid carbon
yeah,
barrel.
he's been experimenting. He's been experimenting with stuff. Okay,
keep
so
I have.
yeah, yeah, I know. So we're in the Gorn section. You guys want to show some Gorn? What you got?
I'm unprepared. I
you're
have
showing
a gun that I'm
barrels.
building.
Okay, go a little
Yes.
bit more middle. Let's see, go middle here of the. Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's incomplete, but yeah, it's a live-free armory slide. The Glock 17 slide,
Ooh.
oh, that looks good.
and this P80 lower came from Rich.
Okay,
So
huh?
he suckered me out of the money, and I'm waiting on the barrel. He's like, "Yeah, I'll get back to you on the price of the barrel," and that was like a month ago.
Who
Richard,
was
if
that?
you're listening,
Oh, who is that?
Flying Rich.
Oh, Flying Rich. Oh man, Flying Rich. You know,
That's a riot.
don't say that. Don't say that. No one never warned you about Flying Rich. You know what can I tell you?
That's true.
You know what? While I was at the gathering, and we're gonna get back to the Gorn, but I was at the gathering. There was a dude over there that knows Flying Rich, and he read me the riot act. He was like, "Why are you so mean to Flying Rich? Why don't you just forgive?" He was like, "Why don't you just forgive him? Whatever he did to you." I was like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Forgive him?" I was like, "I'm cool with Flying Rich," but he was like, "Yeah, but you say he's crazy all the time." I'm like, "Okay,
Well,
yeah, he is. Like, do you want me to tell you the truth, or do you want me to just lie to you?" You know, that's my boy, but he's crazy.
I mean,
Right.
you and Mr. Guns and Gear had a bang of a time just ripping us up a new one. Last year,
that's-
so.
That's like a soft. That's a soft example. You know, just to save. Like, whenever people like Rich is always trying to get people to ask me why do I say he's crazy, and you can ask Lola. I don't really say it because I'm not trying to tell people the actual examples of craziness. Because I don't want. I don't want to be the reason why Rich got committed. Yeah, then people will really hate me. You know. But yeah, if you know him long enough and you could look me in the face. Okay, let's do it right now. Okay, Shooting Gallery NE. Is Flying Rich crazy or not?
I wouldn't say he's crazy. I'd say he's eccentric. But
Oh,
then again,
eccentric. Okay, there you go.
I wouldn't say he's crazy. He's
Uh-huh.
I would not. I'm honestly, I wouldn't say he's crazy.
You wouldn't say he's crazy. Okay, all right. But eccentric
I
is
say-
your word. Uh-huh.
I say he's crazy, but in a good way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, sane people don't crash planes and then get in a plane and do it again.
You're right.
Just
No, I'm
saying.
not saying. Yeah, I'm not saying he's like so crazy. You know, I'm not saying he's psycho crazy. We're all, Lola tells me
Yeah.
that I attract a lot of weird people. She's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"Oh,
I'm
all your
super
people are
weird.
weird." Yeah, exactly. So we're and I'm
quiet.
yeah, okay. If you want, what's the definition of crazy? You know what's the definition of crazy? You don't know that you're crazy. That's the definition. Yeah, that's the definition of a crazy person. They want to see, like me and GunDoctor. We're like, "Oh yeah, we're crazy. We're weird. We're different." Shooting Gallery, he's like, "No, I'm perfect. I'm awesome.
I never said I'm perfect. I just said
Nothing wrong with
I'm
me."
quiet. I'm
Yeah,
a quiet.
I have been
soul.
married for 20 years. I
Uh-huh.
am definitely crazy.
Oh yeah,
100%.
marriage will totally freaking mess your cranium
Yeah.
up.
Teenagers, yeah.
Oh yeah. Having kids, oh, that will totally make you nuts. But it's a good kind of crazy. That's why some of us, don't want to have babies, because they don't want to deal with other crazy people like them, because then they have to admit that they're crazy when they get that
True.
mirror reflection of the human
That-
beings they created that is just as nuts as they are.
Yes.
Can't imagine those
Yeah,
people.
Yeah.
My son is 15 and he is just like me.
Oh yeah.
I'm rooting for the boy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think I can see my kids have stuff for me too. I feel sorry for Lola sometimes. Yeah. And she just gets really mad. Sometimes she gets mad and calls the kids my name or me their names.
Yeah.
Because we're just all equally as nuts. So, all right, okay, shooting gallery. We're not going to talk about why you refuse, why you want to, you want to be that dude in Idiocracy that refuses to bring kids into the world. We're not going to talk about it. We'll just gloss over that and we'll go straight to the gun.
I got a Glock Gen 3 Glock 19 with a Rock Slide USA slide and some.
His wife is going to tell him you can't go on that show anymore.
My wife, listen.
Yes.
My wife is very supportive. Okay,
Right.
She's all happy.
She refuses to get a third job.
I'm just letting that one ride.
Just let it go.
But I also got the fat guy. I got the fat guy holster.
Right,
here.
right. Oh, shout out to Fat Guy Holsters. I got one on right now.
You got one on? Oh, no way.
Yeah. Let me see. So here we go. Here's my Fat Guy holster right there. Let me see if it can.
Oh, how do you like the clip? I didn't really like the clip.
Well, this works. So this does not work on a belt. If I have a belt, this doesn't work that great. But it does work like on my sweats at home. So I use this usually when I'm home, and I just have on sweats. So I just, I can clip that on my sweat. I could put that on my boxer briefs, man, and walk around in my boxer briefs. Trust me, I've done it. Like, I gotta be armed everywhere.
I've got to tell you, you just won so many cool points with Mrs. Gundoctor.
Oh, okay.
Your carry choice.
Why?
You have no idea how many cool points. She is a huge Walther fan.
Oh, she is? Okay, awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Walther, if you're listening.
I didn't win any points because I carry a Glock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Definitely not. I'm just basic. I'm a basic guy.
She has disliked Glock since I was a cop.
Oh really? Oh man.
Yeah.
I always forget you were a cop. I'm like he has. He's
I
like
don't
the
fit
man
the
of, like,
profile.
1,000.
No,
You're
I'm telling you, he
1,000
looks like the
pounds.
opposite side of that aisle.
I really do.
I don't know if no, you weren't doing undercover. You were like doing a beat, right?
Yeah, I was patrolling.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to be a cop so bad when I was younger, and then I was like nowadays I'm kind of like happy I didn't become one because I don't know how I'd be able to deal with especially all the stuff that's going on. Like I don't know. Like I'd want to help people, but then I don't think I'd be able to like.
Oh, you're talking about the hate? All the hate?
Yeah, all the hate, and I don't know if I'd be able to leave it at home, or leave it at work. But yeah, I want to be a cop for like ever, and now I'm just building guns, which is much happier.
It's a tough gig. Go ahead.
Being a cop now is way different than when I was a cop in the early 2000s. Now the political spectrum bled over so much that a lot of cops probably feel like they can't do their job, and there's still cops out there that are going way past what they should be doing. And I'm not anti-cop, but I'm not pro-cop either. I'm kind of in the middle.
Well, so I think that's the weird thing. Even in the gun world, it's always a weird thing with I think we see this when it comes to teachers and cops, mostly. Like if you're a firefighter, everyone is like, firefighters, oh, you're awesome, we love you. But if you're a cop, it's a weird thing. Like I remember when I was younger, growing up, a lot of my friends were criminals and all that. But I was like a nerdy kid, and there were people that were always trying to recruit me because they're like, oh, you make a great undercover because you could easily go into this world, but that kind of a thing. And I'm glad I didn't do it myself. I have friends who did it. Not all of them are here. It's a tough job. There's bad cops out there and there's good cops.
Yeah.
There's we go through this whole thing. Like in the gun world, we tend to be kind of schizophrenic with cops. Sometimes we hate them because we think they're the ones who are going to come and take our guns away. They don't realize, even like I've had my run-ins with cops and all that. And at the same time, there's good cops out there. Even when I had my run-ins, in those moments when I had my run-ins, there were actual good cops there in that same moment. Like that video that I have up where I had a run-in with a sheriff's deputies or whatever you want to call them here. They were actually like, there was actually a good cop in the mix of all of that, right? The guy who I was dealing with was a total dick about the whole thing, and then the other cop there was totally cool about it. But so it's a weird kind of thing with that whole relationship, and even cops don't like cops, to be honest with you. Right? It's just one of those things. Look, Flying Rich decided to join us. What happened to you, Rich? What's your problem?
Little Birdie told me I was getting talked about.
Oh, who told you that? Who told you were getting talked about?
Chris Brogan.
Oh, Chris Brogan. Okay. Did we lie in any aspect?
I was defending you, by the way. I was defending
Which proves that you are just as crazy as him. That's all that proves. That's all that proves, Joe. You just as crazy as he is.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. We were just talking about you being crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you dispute it? Do you say you're not crazy?
I don't know. I'm not sure what Hank means, although Hank,
okay.
I kind of get it, because Hank's like, well, I told him to, go talk to Pete Brownell, and he talked to Pete Brownell. He just did it.
Oh yeah, I knew you were gonna do it. I didn't have any doubts.
Well, you know what? Pete Brownell is a really nice dude, and he was just like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm all about this." Like, he wasn't just like, "Who are you?"
I couldn't believe how cool he was.
No, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Speaking of really cool, Richard, now that you're here,
yes,
oh
sir.
Boy,
I'm missing something.
Oh,
what do you need? Do you need a burl?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember a conversation we had like the last time we were on a live stream together?
Oh, I'm gonna put just you two on.
I'll get you a price, and I've been waiting on that price for like a month now.
Well, Safety Harbor Firearms has G17, G19 threaded barrels for $55.
Ooh. Might have to give Walter a.
Yeah, stenparts.com.
I sent Walter a patch.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Walter actually got a patch from you? Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be happy about it.
Yeah. This is the very last patch I own. That's the very last one. I gotta
awesome.
figure out what I'm gonna do.
Did you see I wore that patch in a video?
Yeah, it made me. And I texted you and I said thank you. It means it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
I always make sure I say thank you.
It was just it wasn't deliberate even. It was just blazing at me one day, and I was going to do a video, and I was like, oh, this is a big ass blazing patch right here. I was like, let me put this on and make a video with it. But it looks good. It looks good on camera though, so that's why I didn't blur it out. Lola was telling me to blur it out.
You know what? Don't spread lies. Don't spread lies. Lola would never say that.
No, that's a lie. I'm just making that up. I
was going to say, Lola would never say that about you.
No, she'll just say worse stuff. Yeah. No one understands where Lola is coming from, man. Lola.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Lola's a sweetheart.
Lola doesn't like anybody. How did I end up with Lola? Just guess. Just guess.
People were asking that.
It rhymes with Fandango. Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave that one alone. But somebody actually said that to me at a
We're gonna go to a break. Hold on. We're gonna go to a break. Hold on a second. With Arms List, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Arms List. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Arms List. All right, so what is this? What's your thing?
And so they're asking at Iraq Veteran, they're like, how did Hank ever get Lola? And I said, that's a question I ask myself every day of my life.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Who asked you this? That's my first thing I'm going to ask you.
I don't remember.
Sure.
Seriously, somebody.
Right.
I swear, somebody I think you and Lola walked by, and I was 10 or 20 feet behind you, and I was just walking by, and they're like, how did Hank end up with Lola? And I'm like,
right. So okay, good question. Good question. What do you think? How do you think I wound up with Lola Strange?
Well,
Here, I'll put it on you for a sec while I adjust my.
Well, okay. I did see the 1980s picture of you, and
Mhm.
you were quite a dapper man at the time.
Stud.
Okay.
Total stud.
So okay, so Flying Rich is going. This is a good question because people do ask this all the time. So Flying Rich is going just with exceedingly handsome and then got ugly.
Yep. No, and I'll tell you what. I know a little more than most people.
Right.
I think the looks got you in, and
Okay.
you coming through, supporting Lola and
Mhm.
taking care of the boys,
Mhm.
like really close the deal permanently.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's a good thing right there. Let's go to GunDoctor TV. What do you think about this? Do you have
Got
any
lucky.
thoughts?
Like
Got lucky? Yeah, that's what you're saying? Pure
yeah,
chaos
like
theory.
me. Yeah.
Right. Uh-huh. uh-huh.
I met my wife at a field party.
Uh-huh.
At a
and I
what
was
party?
wearing a
Field party.
At a-
That's a Kentucky thing. Actually, I don't even know.
yeah,
what
it's a
it is.
redneck field party. It's like a whole bunch of trucks out in the middle of the field, and there's a campfire, music, food.
Oh, okay.
and-
Wow.
it's-
Okay. Yeah, okay. Goes
It's a good time.
Yeah, dudes in Kentucky just drive their trucks out into the bushes
Oh,
and just have parties.
I first thought he said build party, like they were building AKs
Oh, yeah.
or something
Oh, yeah,
like
no.
that.
No.
I was wearing a bright red shirt that said "I eat glue," and I think that's what got her attention.
Oh, okay, so she likes funny guys. A cruise man says Lola went gutter fishing and came up with Hank. Oh my gosh,
Throwing
that's
some shade.
brutal one right there. What do you think, Joe? I'm gonna, cause I know I've been poking fun at you the whole time, so go ahead, boom. I'm gonna let you. Let's see. You can.
Well-
What do you think? How do you think it happened?
I don't know. I'd say you were a total stud, and she just, you're a good dad, probably.
I mean, but she didn't know that when she met me. We didn't have kids.
I don't know, Hank. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I'm
Uh-huh.
not gonna throw some shade. Listen, I don't even know how my wife is still with me. I met her my senior year in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I dressed with my pants halfway down my ass. I thought I was a rapper, and it took me 6 times to ask her
tickles
out.
Rich right there. Rich thinks that's funny.
Yeah, listen.
No, he showed
my
us.
wife-
He's shown us video of this. What he's talking about, right?
Oh,
You
yeah,
showed
no,
us
I thought
video
I was-
before. Yeah.
Video
No,
of
I
what?
have.
He showed us video of him like rapping or something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't
No,
you
I
show us
didn't.
video, Joe? Yeah, you did.
No, I sent you a photo of my senior prom.
Oh, was that the? Oh, I thought that
that
was
was it.
video.
Yeah,
Oh, it was
yeah.
a photo. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
to be quite honest, I was not the lady. I was not a lady killer, and I'm blessed every day to have her in my life.
Mhm.
But I still ask myself the same thing. I'm like,
So
how
you
the
didn't
hell-
have a super tactical beard back then. You're saying. So it
This
wasn't
is
that.
2 years of not shaving. Okay, I don't have the
Uh-huh.
genetics of a super tactical beard. When I was doing car sales, they were like, you gotta be clean shaven. And
Yeah.
then when I went,
Yeah.
armed
Daniel
security,
was just
clean
born
shaven.
with that freaking beard.
Yeah, he came out the womb with that.
Yeah.
And it's just like majestic.
This is
I'm-
about 3-4 months.
Mhm.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just.
No.
This is like 2 days.
Right.
When I knew
yeah,
I was
actually,
leaving
look at
on
Rich.
security-
Rich actually has some freaking stubble. Rich is
does.
like Rich is a typical New York dude, man. He shaves,
Yep.
but except I don't know what the hell happened to him. He's been busy selling guns.
Ah,
Yeah,
no, I
just-
sell parts kits.
Oh, right.
I'm not a
Okay.
gun
Yeah, my
salesman.
bad. My
What is
bad.
still gonna say?
Yeah, my bad. He's been busy at the gun shows. Too busy at the gun shows to do anything. Okay, so
He's
hold on.
killing it.
Yeah, DCG44 says alcohol. That's his thing of how I got with Lola.
Ooh.
Edward
Well, you don't
Andrews
dr-
says smooth
Hank, you
operator.
don't drink.
No, I don't.
No,
42 Chill
hey,
says
we
pants on the
know Lola must drink if she's married to Hank. I'm just
Oh,
gonna
she
throw that
drinks. Yeah. She,
Okay, you said that. I did
Without,
not. say that.
no, it's true though. She
let's,
she
let's
drinks.
keep this.
Yeah.
So you said that.
And don't get me wrong. I wish my wife drank more.
Right.
My wife drinks like that much wine and then falls asleep.
Yeah. And I'm
My-
like that. So
My wife
listen,
throws out a party.
here's my answer to people because people always want to know like how'd you get together with Lola. when I first met Lola, she did not, in her mind, she did not like me. We were very much opposite kind of personalities and all that kind of stuff, you know. And then like how you were talking about, it's a little bit of everything of what everyone is saying here, you know. Like Joe was talking about pants on the ground. When I met Lola, I had on not the MC Hammer type pants like that, but I had on those kind of like sweatpants that were made out of a different material, you know, and I had on Timberlands in New York City. I had a cell phone and a beeper. This was like 1996. You know, my phone was going off all the time. You know, she thought I thought a lot about myself, or some kind of playboy or drug dealer or something like that, and she didn't really like me. But ultimately, it's a lot of this that you guys see is how I won Lola over, because I had to win her over. Her boyfriend was like this, you know, very good looking, tall, dark, and handsome, lawyer that worked on Wall Street and had a Porsche and all that type of shit.
That's right. I forgot that part.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So gift of gab, man. It's not the awesome looks
Wow.
or anything like that. It's all, you know. I basically hypnotized Lola with my gift of gab, you know. So that's you know, that's what it is. And
I had
you know,
a
still do.
Nextel in my pocket that my dad would occasionally. You remember the Nextels that had the like little chirp thing?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
That one-
You go
The
beep, beep.
And
walkie-talkie function.
Yeah.
yeah, my dad
Yeah.
walkie-talked me one day when I was on a date with my wife, and she was she was like, "What the hell is that?" And I'm like, "It's my cell phone." She's like, she just had this like disgusted face. I'm like, "All right, I don't have a BlackBerry."
Yeah. Yeah.
Blackbird.
I'm telling you, at the end of the day, that's what it was. I had to convince Lola to, just like people out there probably think, like, man, what is wrong with that? Whenever people ask that question, they're like, what happened to this? You know?
How did Lola go wrong?
What's
How
wrong
did
with this
Lola go
woman?
so
Yeah.
wrong?
Well, you
How
don't-
did she go down the wrong path here?
Well, screw those people. They don't need to know shit.
Yeah.
That's none of their business. You guys
No.
are happy.
Yeah, I think
No.
Lola got, she came up. She
And
came out
wait,
pretty good
I
with
know
the
who it
whole
was,
thing.
that Iraq veteran. It was some white bearded dude, tactical looking bearded dude.
Right.
Yeah, that
white guy.
explains
Yeah.
half the people there.
So it was GunDoctor.tv.
No, that's like 99.9% of the guys at Iraq veteran. I'm like, I don't know who anybody is. It's just some white guy with a tactical beard.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
No, at the end of the day, I think, you know, Lola realized that there's like one thing that you see on the outside of me. When a lot of people look at me, they see one thing on the outside, and I'm particularly like that. I don't ever go out of my way to make people, you know, there's like people who will put on a suit and do all these kind of things to project. I've had people, when I started doing this, they told me, dress like this, talk like this, and I don't do that. This is who
Well,
I am really on
I think
the
it's
outside.
a big deal in being authentic. You know, be authentic to yourself. And people pick up on that. And that's what, you know, a lot of people that watch our stuff, that watch Joe's stuff, like actually all of us, we have a lot of the same cross section of viewers. And people are like, you know what? It's like, you're all normal people. It's not like we're way too cool, Brandon Herrera.
Yeah, not approachable kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just normal people.
And Brandon's
liking
cool, by the way.
guns.
Yeah, Brandon's cool.
Yeah,
by the way,
and I'm not.
But he is
taking
super
anything away from
sexy.
him.
He is in the super sexy kind of category, right? You know, he looks like a superstar. That's true.
No,
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
I haven't met any jerks. You know, I haven't met anybody that. Well, wait a second. Hold on.
All this.
Never mind. Not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Joe's a jerk. That's not what I meant. Never mind. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut on this one.
Is that a subliminal shot at Joe?
Joe,
after
wink if
he
you know
had
what
your-
I'm thinking.
He had your back. Listen, there's always jerks out there. There's always jerks out there and everything. But I always tell people, like, in our squad, like everyone here, I think realizes this. We're like the nerd squad. We're like the outsiders, you know,
The AV crew.
Yeah.
We're team uncool.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, a lot of people, I think that makes it in our own way individually. You know, I think GunDoctor TV, Shooting Gallery New England, even Crazy Flying Rich, you know, and myself for sure. I think when people look at us, they're like, oh, you know, that he's just like a friend that I have, or he's just like me,
Right.
or he's like my brother
And
or
I-
something.
I think that's a big deal that people, I think I can speak for all of us on this, that this is authentically who we are. This is not an act. It's, this is who we are, what you see on the show, and people see that that's sincerely how we are. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why they're attracted. And they're like, yeah, it could be my neighbor, could be somebody else. And it's mm-hmm. just some... And I think even better yet, that it's like, hey, these guys are all friends, and they like hanging out together, they like doing shows together, and I think people that watch our shows, all of us here, because they're like, hey, these guys are all friends with each other, and they're having a good time, and I think it's a good experience that way.
Yeah, I think that I think that Rich said this a couple of weeks ago after I was on Shooting Gallery NE's show for the first time, probably the last time.
Wow! And I got so much. Oh man, I got all those. Oh man, that was a really good show, Joe.
No, it was, but that's what. No, I'm just teasing you. That's what Flying Rich said, that it was a really good show. I thought it really was a good show because we just.
Oh
yeah. We had like we just had a cool conversation, and I think people, I think the folks out there appreciate that. It's not getting any of us into the upper echelons, even inside of the gun sphere necessarily, because I think a lot of people out there are playing. I'm not saying everyone, but I think a lot of folks out there are playing a role, and it works, right? That role kind of works overall for a wider audience and gets them where they want to go. And maybe people just gravitate to that easier than this. So that's why, we're not necessarily like, millions of subscribers and all that. We're not Mr. Beast or anything. Yeah.
Right. So Hank, would you want 1 million subscribers?
Would I want 1 million subscribers?
Yeah.
I don't know. If you ask me personally, I would say no. I don't think because it's a lot of work. For anyone out there who has 1 million subscribers and they have to keep up with that, it's a ton of work, and it's a big, massive team.
All right, so getting there and keeping up. Let's say you didn't have to worry about getting there and keeping up. Would you want 1 million subscribers?
I would still say I personally don't want that. That's the reason why I don't care about those things. Now, I know that there's people around me. I'm sure Lola would love for me to have 1 million subscribers, and it really depends. It's a complicated question, so I'm going to try to answer it in a complicated way to you. Okay, one, I have a lot of subscribers, not 1 million, but I've got a tenth of that. I've got over 100,000 subscribers on Hank Strange, YouTube/Hank Strange, and that's completely locked down. So it really doesn't make that much.
I think dinner's ready and I gotta go.
Oh, you gotta go? Yeah. All right, don't get in trouble.
I'm already in trouble. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll rewind and see what that was. Yeah, so to continue to answer Rich's question there, I think you can have 1 million subscribers and be completely locked down. So I don't really know that that's really worth it. And my personal philosophy says that you could do well with 10,000, 20, 30, tens of thousands of subscribers that are really into what you do. And you could figure out a way even to make a living at that and have that be your own job. And it's a lot easier and more manageable for you to handle that thing versus like 1 million subscribers that you feel that massive pressure. And I'm doing stuff all the time. It's not the hard work, but it's the massive pressure of constantly like keeping up and being competitive and all that I would rather not have. So that's the reason why deliberately I've never gotten there to answer that question. I don't know if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
That totally makes sense.
Do you guys want 1 million? Joe, do you want 1 million subscribers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I 100%. Yeah.
What about
Short
you?
answer, I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, you want 1 million subscribers also?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have this philosophy, and you guys could tell me if you understand it. DCG44 says millions of subscribers, but how many consistently interact? And Armin Axis says four good friends on the show right now. So here's the thing. I have this saying that in order to get everything you want, you have to be willing to give up everything you have. Do you guys understand what that means?
And I I don't have the time to commit to that right
Mm-hmm.
now. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But one day, hopefully.
Yeah. So do you what do you think about that, Joe? I mean, are you willing to like give up everything you have right now to get to 1 million subscribers?
I wouldn't say everything, but
It would. I mean, it would have to be everything. There's no.
probably,
You
yeah.
can't like live your. And what I mean by this, because Lola's always saying to me, "What the hell do you mean by that? When you say that, what do you mean? If there's something, if your life is going the way it is right now, right? And you're like, no, I want this thing I don't have. Well, this is your life right now, and if you look at it as a whole, if you have this life right now, and you're not happy with that, and you want to have this other life over here that you think, okay, that life that's 10 times, 100 times bigger than what I have right here, I want that. You have to be willing to give up every single thing you have over here. And if you think in your mind that you're not going to, oh, like, no, I could still keep my family and be close with my family, with my wife and my kids or whatever it is and have that, that's not really true. You cannot do that.
That all right? No, you say it like that. That makes sense. I don't know. It'd be a tough decision. I think if the situation arose, I would definitely consider it. But at the same time, you know, I'm just the regular dude that makes gun videos. So, you know.
But what do you mean by what do you mean?
I wouldn't.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't want to. If it got to the point where I'm like, listen, this is not who I am, I would say this. I would say I'd throw it all away. If I got to the point to become a person that I'm not, I would be like, yeah, I'm done in a heartbeat. That would be the crescendo. Like, I'm all set. You know, if I feel if like I was at like 1 million subscribers and all that good stuff, but at the same time, I didn't, you know, I'm not the person I was when I started the channel. I would probably hate myself, and you know, I've always said if I got to the point where it got too much, I'd be done. But right now, I'm still having fun, and again, I would love to have 1 million subscribers, but to your point, if it meant I would literally, I wouldn't be the same person I am. Like, I wouldn't want it. Now that when you say it like that, I wouldn't want that.
But also, you don't get a choice, like, because you just answered it in a way, and I don't. You know, I'm just trying to clarify. Like, oh, if that choice was there, it's not like you don't. Like, someone's not going to come to you and go, "Hey, listen, Shooting Gallery NE, dude." You know, that's the like. Let's say, you know, in a scenario we see in the movies, the devil. You know, like from that movie, was it Bedazzled or?
Bedazzled,
yeah. You know, the devil comes to you and says, okay, I'm going to give you this 1 million. But that's not really how it happens. It doesn't happen like that.
No, I would never. If someone, I don't like.
Yeah, no.
I don't care what money was on the table. I don't care what someone would be offering. If it meant me pretty much lying to myself and lying to the people that I work so hard to gain their trust, I wouldn't do it. No,
okay.
It'd be a hard no.
Okay, go ahead. I think you wanted to say something here, Daniel.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That I see where you're coming from, but I view it a little bit differently. I view it as this is the road I'm already starting on, and that might be an end goal, but that's not my end goal. You know, I'm into filmmaking. I want to make commercials. I want to make music videos. I want to direct movies. I want to do things like that. I love the art of filmmaking, and I have passion.
I agree with that. I feel the same way.
I've made a couple commercials that have been on TV already, and I'm actually getting ready to get paid for one.
Nice. Okay.
Hell yeah, man! That's awesome.
That's sweet. Yeah.
I'm getting a mystery gun.
Okay. Sweet. Shelly Fungus says, I'd lie for the right. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC. Yeah, so Shelly Fungus was saying here that, let me get that, pull that up. Oh, hold on, Shelly Fungus. I'll lie for the right price. Laugh out loud. And then the other part of Shelly Fungus says, I think, and I don't know, Shelly Fungus is someone I know, but I don't know, I can't remember who this is, because everyone coming over here is switching their name, so I'm not exactly sure who Shelly Fungus is, but I know this is someone who's like been on the show for a long time. So I'm going to say this is what they said. I think IV88, Mac, and many others, like Such, are straight up 100% shills. So you know what? I would say this. It may seem that way, and there's a couple of things we got to balance here, right? And I don't know like truly what's in other people's hearts, right? But it may seem that way. But there's a balance here. Like, does 1 million subscribers mean that you're making $1 million? No.
No.
I'm telling you, 100,000. I have 119,000 subscribers. I don't make $119,000 from that channel. Nowhere near to that. Okay, so this is the thing, and when it comes to money, I think that we need to make money. Like, you know, I mean, why if I'm just making YouTube videos and showing and throwing them up there casually, I wouldn't agree with that. But if I'm a person who's consistently giving you content, right? It's only, you know, I think it's only fair that I make money. There's lots of people that if I have a Netflix account or Amazon Prime account or whatever, there's shows I want to watch on there, and I'm not mad at those guys for making money. There's people, all these people get together and make this show and produce it and do this thing that entertains me, you know, or that educates me, and I feel the same way about YouTube. I feel the same way about the people that you said. I feel like IV8888 makes stuff that gives information to me, even before I started doing this, and even after I started doing it. I feel like he does that. I feel like Mac does it. To be honest with you, I feel like Such does that. I know there's people who have their issues with all of these different guys, but I don't, you know, they're in my mind allowed to make money. The problem is, on the gun side, everyone does not understand, you know, that they should make money, and I think a lot of the gun world feel like we should be broke. You could have $1 million worth of guns, but other than that, I want you to be broke and suffer. That's what I feel sometimes about the gun world, and I'm not saying,
I mean,
you know,
have they looked at the price of ammo? Like right now, I got a case of 9mm on layaway right now that's been taking me a while to pay off.
Damn,
it's pretty. Oh man, well, right now the case is going for like with my employee discount, I'm still paying like $3 something, and it's like, you know, listen, ammo is not cheap. Okay, guns are not cheap. Like, my biggest cost for the channel is ammo and optics. Like. No. It is.
It's an expensive thing.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, and I'm not saying Shelly Fungus feels that way, like we shouldn't make money. I think sometimes there's this delicate dance that everyone does in a different way. Like, how do you explain to your audience how you make money? I think Mac, as an example, does a great job of explaining every damn thing.
Great job.
Like, he explains all that shit to people. Huh?
I know Mac, and he's definitely not what people think he is.
No. Well, he's I would say that he really, like, a lot of these guys, like, if you hang out with Eric or Chad for that matter, or anyone in the whole IV88 crew, those are like passionate gun guys. They know a hell of a lot more than I do, you know. And sometimes the pressures, and I'm not trying to make excuses for them. A lot of stuff has been like public that everyone's seen, and those guys have dealt with that stuff, and even we've had conversations on this podcast and all that kind of stuff. But this is why I say to you, like, what's IV88 up to? Like 3-4 million subscribers?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's a freaking nightmare.
And
it's a nightmare scenario. It sounds cool, but you've got employees. You've got people that you've got to pay. You've got all these things. You are, you know, you're dealing with companies. Whatever the deals are that are going on with these different companies, it's tough to even like keep up with all of that and keep people fully like explained to about everything that's going on. And all of that becomes like, do you spend your time explaining everything to people, or do people take everything with a grain of salt and go, okay, You know, like I try to explain everything to people, but I think this is what we're saying in this conversation. I think it's one of the reasons why my numbers aren't necessarily as good, because I just don't make the fun, oh, let me see how many books can I shoot through,
Right.
you know, and do that fun video, which I'm not knocking at all. But I try to explain stuff to people and say, hey, these people give me money. These people sent me this thing. This is what's going on. And that takes away from the entertainment factor of having to explain that all the time. And the masses don't get that.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
But I feel if you don't do that, if you don't disclose that information, I feel like you're not being honest.
Yeah.
And that's just like, if somebody sends me a gun,
Mm-hmm.
you know, nobody's paid me to do anything. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, yeah, I've gotten a few guns from companies, but other than that, you know, I'm not receiving money.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube itself, like the ad revenue,
Mm-hmm.
it's hit and miss. I mean, you guys know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, 1 month it might pay my bills, the next month it might be shy of paying.
Mm-hmm. And it's a complicated reason for that. Let me get this in, just because, you know, I want to make sure we're having a two-way conversation, not just with us, but with Shelly Fungus. He says, that's just my opinion, Hank. It's not a bad thing, which I don't think. I think it's I brought it up. I could choose not to bring it up, but I bring it up because I think we got to talk about it, right? There should be more conversations about it. And he says, of course you do, Hank. Otherwise, it's not worth it. I agree, which is why I've super chatted the channel a ton of times over the years. Armin Axis says, being a content creator is not cheap. Shelly Fungus says, my point is Max says he's 100% viewer supported. That's a flat out lie. He gets so much free ammo, it's sick. All I'm saying is be honest. Yeah, the thing is, I think he's telling people that he's getting the ammo from somewhere, right?
Yeah, he does. He tells them from
Yeah. So that would be the thing with it, and that's so. This is another complicated thing, right? Like, there's a difference between 100% supported, and then there's other things involved in it, and I think that, yes, I can see why people have issues with that, because you really can. It's actually impossible to be 100% like viewer supported. So I don't know if maybe that, you know, maybe there's just not enough explanation going on from that, I think. And that's definitely not a thing I would say. I'm not 100%. And it's hard work to be that, by the way. It's hard work to even be 100%.
My channel is mainly me supported.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with me.
Yeah. A lot of, so my channel, so for my channel, there's people who support us on Patreon. It's very tough and difficult for us to keep up with, not just because of Patreon, but just because of the nature of all the different things I'm doing on Patreon. Yeah. So really with Patreon, you have to be all up in there, just almost like to the point, like you're just spamming everyone or hitting people all the time to really build the numbers on Patreon, because there's not enough Patreon people to support all the gun guys. There's a lot of gun guys out there, which I think is good, but there's not enough people to support everyone, right? So some people get more support from Patreon than others, and at the end of the day, for me, definitely, that's not it. So I have like a combination of me and Lola fund this, okay? That's where the money comes from. You know, with Lola, that comes from her working. And
3
money...
jobs.
Well, she's got one really tough, ridiculous job. Right? Lola's a pharmacist, and she's a pharmacy manager, so she's got like employees, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes she has pharmacy students and all that. It's intense. And being a manager, there is no punching in or punching out. So sometimes Lola and I are traveling, doing other things, and she's still working. And you know, like all that money from Lola takes away from, I've got 2 kids in college that I pay for their apartments and their cars and their cell phone bills and their food bills and all that, you know, so that takes away from it. So on the other side of it, I fund it by doing Patreon, and then, you know, we do affiliate stuff if that works, like we were talking about Olight. There's a whole bunch of different things. There's people like maybe come in and support us through the super chat or do this thing, or there's companies who come on and do sponsorships like for the show. And even there's money that comes out of like the Stranger Palooza that I'm doing is way smaller than my main YouTube channel and makes way more money, and that money goes over to the gun thing too.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. You have to like juggle all these things, which I think no one knows that better than both of you guys, because it's more difficult when you're trying to build up your brand recognition or people knowing you and supporting you, and there's a lot of gun guys to support.
There are.
You know, and the companies don't look. Yesterday on the show, if you guys go back, you'll see this. We had kind of a conversation about how every time something happens somewhere in the world, you know, like those two people who went out in front of their house and their guns didn't really work or weren't loaded and all that, and then all the gun companies like, oh, we'll give you guns, we'll support you, right? Or like what's happening in the Ukraine, there's gun companies out there like, oh, we'll send you hundreds of guns, or here, and they don't take that. I'm not saying all companies. There's obviously companies that support me, support you guys, support other people, but we don't really see the level of support from the industry that we spend a lot of time highlighting and fighting for its rights. We don't see that kind of support from them. We don't get that support. It goes to maybe other organizations. A lot of these companies just, even now, just write checks to NRA.
Right.
You know? So it's tough. Sorry, I'll let
No, you nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
nailed it.
it's a tough deal. It's a tough deal, and it gets complicated. And
I will say, especially in my case, like, yeah, I do everything myself. But right now, if I didn't have my job helping me, like, you know, it took a lot to ask my job to like film at the store. Because like, again, they got their own show, they got their own channel, and they do great. And I didn't want to cross the streams, but I figured, hey, it's all on me. So, you know,
and it's a big deal for them to say yes, because let's realize that as a company, they have a liability in that, in having you do that stuff.
It means so much to me.
Like
it means so much to me, and the fact that I get to actually, like, I still think I was the first one to have a video on the 365 and 380, like that, like meant a lot to me, and I was like, dude, like, hell yeah. One day I was filming, my boss came in, and we're a big Nighthawk custom dealer at work, and when 30 Super Carry first came out, he had a 30 Super Carry Nighthawk custom president, and he's like, hey, you want to do a video? I'm like, yeah, sure. So like, I've got the opportunity to like shoot some cool guns that like just come out and stuff like that. So like, if it wasn't for Cape Gunworks, like I've said many times before, like, dude, that place is amazing, and because of them, I booked my channel off the entire year for content. Like I am just every week I'm playing, okay, we're doing this, and you know, it's so fun. Like, it makes it, I'm pulling like 70 hours a week right now there, because they're that awesome. So
yeah. You know, one day, the funny, crazy thing about it all is, if you think about it, years ago, I don't know how many years it would be at this point, but years ago, that's where like Eric was, an Iraq veteran, man. He was working at Moss Pawn.
He was at Moss Pawn and Gun.
Yeah, and I don't think they even necessarily, and those guys are cool at Moss Pawn, but back then they didn't even like, oh, what's this YouTube thing? Okay, fine, go ahead, you do that silly thing over there, you know. And so this is how, but that was a long time ago, when there probably weren't a lot of people doing YouTube videos, much less gun YouTube videos. You fast forward to now, there's a lot of people doing it, and even I've seen in some cases, the guys who've been doing it longer, it's more difficult for us to do it than the people who jump in right now.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
I've seen that myself.
Yeah, because, you know, like, if you've been doing it long enough, YouTube has flagged you, and they make it, you know, really difficult, and they put all these barriers in your way, versus if you're a new person out there, you know, it's so much easier until they discover you. And then even, you know, for reals. And then even, you know, like, I'm not blaming YouTube for this one. The flip side of it is, you could just be and people are going to take this wrong, but I'm going to say it exactly the way I want to say it. You could just be a hot chick with a nice ass and start shooting guns, and you're going to blow up. And you know whose fault it is? It's not your fault for being hot and having a nice ass. It's our fault. Right here.
I wish I had
Dudes.
a nice ass. I really, I wish.
Thirsty dude.
Yeah.
I wish my ass did not quit, man.
But you understand what I'm saying? I'm not knocking anyone for doing that, but because of dudes how we are, we're going to go look more, cuz this is how the algorithm is working today for anyone who wants to know. The algorithm is so intelligent, it's like something from the Terminator movies. It's self-aware.
Yeah.
The algorithm is literally self-aware. It doesn't care who you're subscribed to. It only serves you what you want to look at.
Yes.
Period.
And you could see that. You could see that if you watch a lot of I watch a ton of YouTube, and I get constant videos from channels that I'm not subscribed to, but it's the content I watch.
Yes.
And the algorithm picked up on that, and it feeds you videos that you're like, oh, this is interesting, and it just adds more to the thing.
Yeah, and I deliberately don't look. So let's say we're talking about camper vans that I'm doing, right? To take it away from the gun world. And I'm doing videos over there, and I've done pretty well, right? From doing it. But I'm fed those videos where it's like just a hot chick who, the solo out in the desert, and so you see the thumbnail of this hot chick out in the desert all by herself. I don't know who's holding the camera or doing it. I'm just gonna pretend I don't know who that is, and I don't look at it. Now, as a dude, I want to look at it. I'm like, ugh, right? Because that's why I look at that thumbnail. But I don't look at it not because I'm hating on that person for doing that, but I realize what's happening, and those things. So I might put up a video that I worked really hard on, like Joe was saying, and spent money and all that kind of stuff. And if I'm lucky, that video might get 100,000 views, but that person will get 1 million views just based off of that, and that's just human nature.
Yes.
So what you're saying is that me and Daniel need to start wearing G-strings and making.
You guys can wear all the G-strings you want to. There's not enough gay dudes out there to look at your videos, my friends. No, I mean, hey, that's fine. I don't care. I'm happy for anyone to look at the videos. But I'm just saying, the majority of the audience is men.
Yeah.
And men that are into women. And so that's what's happening.
Hot chicks in my thumbnail.
Yeah.
But people have tried that. Does it really work? Is it?
I don't know.
It's. Yeah, I don't
want to try because I kind of be disgusted.
People have done it.
I feel like.
Yeah, I think people have done it. And even every now and then I'll throw something like that there in a thumbnail to see. But it really doesn't. See, the algorithm knows. It's listening to your video, right? And it knows exactly what you're saying through the whole video. It's seeing your video, and the algorithm is so badass nowadays. Do you realize that it could read stuff like in pictures and even video? It could tell what's in there, what the images are.
Sure can. Yeah, that's why you can't get away with like replacing the word gun with, a piece of paper that says gun on it. You can't.
No.
You can't
My phone can read. My phone can read a picture. I could take a picture of my hat right now and put that picture on my phone. And my phone, if I press my finger over the letters Franklin Armory, it will highlight them and it will actually read them and copy them.
Yes.
Okay. So we can't really fool the algorithm anymore. That's why I say it's self-aware.
Yeah.
It knows who we are creating the content. It knows who we are, male, female.
I think
everything.
The algorithm is beyond YouTube control.
Yeah. They're messing it up because of all their bullshit that they're doing. So for sure they're coming down on guys like us and other people. It's not, by the way, they're not just coming down on the gun guys. They come down, I would say the worst the gun guys, and then there's conservatives out there that have problems, so we're kind of like lumped into all of that. But then there's other creators out there that have problems just based on what they say and all that.
Yes.
But yeah, it's out of their control.
There was a live stream. It was like a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and Donald Trump was on it. And this channel had never had any issues. And
I think it was Steve Will Do It, right? It was Steve.
It might be.
Yeah, it was Steve Will Do It. He did a podcast with Donald Trump, which like broke the internet, and then YouTube, I think, deleted it. And Steve Will Do It is a big dude. Yeah. So. this is the thing. I think we're about to come on a break here, but I want to continue this. Speaking of all that from a different angle here, so we'll be right back. The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran owned and with over 20 years experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com. Okay, let me get this in. So, Shelly Fungus was, I sure wish more viewers would make their way over to Utreon. It's a tough thing. It's just the whole, it's tough to get people over here. We're doing it because I want to handle guns, which I've still got guns to show you guys here. And
what do you got for guns? Let's
yeah,
see
I'll get into that. I'll get into that here. And DCG44 says, I will not knock anyone for clickbait, but I hate it. Honestly, though, they do it because of what? Yeah, it does. It absolutely does. And then let me say this. There's I want to look at the episode that Joe Rogan had with Mr. Beast. I saw like a clip out of it on YouTube, but it's it's tough to watch that on Spotify and all that. It's a nightmare for me to do it. I guess I just have to listen to it. But Mr. Beast is saying some good stuff to Joe Rogan, and I've been reading about it, and I watched a clip out of it. So Mr. Beast, for example, said and he's one of those guys that got big. We're having that conversation about what would you do. He got big. Yeah. He said that's all they did. Him and his crew got up every day, and they didn't live a normal life. All they did was figure out how to make their YouTube channels bigger, and that's all they worked on. And one of the things they found out is that by translating the videos into different languages, blows it up, and that's what they did. So he's translated his channel into different languages, and they've probably gone through by what's the most people in the world. Okay, let's hire an Indian voice actor. I think they're getting a anime voice actor to do Japanese, to translate their stuff into Japanese and all that. So, but that's a lot of work, and it takes a massive crew to do that.
That's a ton of work.
Yeah. So I think that's the whole thing about, hey, you have to be willing to give up everything that you have to get everything that you want, By the time you get there, things are going to change. And
but
if
that's true in anything if you want to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
You're an actor, you're a singer.
Yeah.
What be it? A CEO.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to be willing to put everything into that thing.
Yes, and when you look at those people, you'll see that, their life has taken a toll. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Sometimes it's always best to do that when you're young, before you really get deep into relationships or getting married or having kids and all that kind of stuff, because all those things will suffer. And, the people around us are suffering for even the people who are successful. It may look like they have it awesome, but, they pay the price for what they have. So, okay. So here I'm gonna get into my my Gorn stuff that I brought.
Let's see some guns.
So full forge gear, right? That's actually under the High Point brand. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but they've got bags that they're making. Yeah, and the bags are made in China without a doubt, but I think they're good quality bags. We'll be doing some videos on these, showing you guys. We might even do some giveaways. I'm going to work on getting a code. This, I think, is a 2-gun. I don't even know what's in there, to be honest with you. So this is like a 2-gun bag. Oh, Lola put some ammo and stuff in here. Some stuff. Yeah, Joe has this on layaway somewhere.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I gotta pay the piper, man.
Yeah, oh, this is my KE Arms Glock, I think. At least the upper is definitely KE Arms. And what is this? The lower... this is a Lone Wolf lower. This is like an old thing that I've done here. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Yeah. Come on. Focus. There we go. So right there.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So that's Lone Wolf frame, KE Arms slide here.
Is that a 80% or is it a serialized?
No, it's serialized.
Oh, cool.
It's serialized down there.
Wolf made those.
Yeah. So, yeah, 2-gun bag right there. You know, so that's one. It feels like there's something else in here. Let me see, what's in this pocket right here? Oh, magazines. So there you go. So if you go into the range, you can put your gun in there. And then this is something that I specifically requested from these guys, because you need one of these in like an RV type situation. It's just a tool bag. And so you could use this, I guess, for gun stuff. But, you know, nice big tool bag. You could throw tools in there. So that's from Full Forge Gear. I'm going to get you guys a discount code from this. But there you go. I like a nice big bag like this where I can throw the tools I need for the van here and then tuck that away somewhere. And then if something happens, I could take it out. I'm also, I wish these guys would make a tool roll, because I think a tool roll would be very, very useful for this kind of stuff. So there you go. You know, I guess the thing with that, Flying Rich is coming back in, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess he had dinner.
Is he crashing the stream?
Yep.
Yeah, he's crashing the stream. You didn't get in too much trouble.
For dinner?
Yeah, good question.
Ooh, I can't wait, buddy. I'm telling you, I'm gonna hook you up with some sites if you want to seriously send me that.
And Daniel's still saying, "I don't care what you had to say. I want to see my barrel." You owe GunDoctor TV a barrel. Damn it! Is that going in the mail? Is that getting mailed out to Kentucky?
Yeah, it's going to go in the mail. Call StenParts.com and you can get whatever barrel you want for $55.
Yeah, it's the wrong barrel. It's the wrong one. So.
What barrel do you want?
The one that's in that gun.
Oh yeah, take that barrel out.
Yeah, that exact barrel. Take it out and send it.
Take that barrel out, put it in the mail, and ship it out.
No, but I will check out Safety
No,
Harbor.
I didn't. Huh? What's that?
I will be checking out Safety Harbor and getting a barrel. So.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to be on the Safety Harbor Firearms site as well as
StenParts. Oh, okay.
It's on StenParts. Yeah, it's supposed to be on both, but I'm not sure.
StenParts.com.
Yeah.
I've been looking to do a Glock 17 build, because for me to get a Glock 17 in Massachusetts, I have to buy a stripped frame and have it transferred in as a frame, and then build it up from there. So I'm thinking about doing that. I might, because I know Norso, they make a Glock 17 frame I'd like to try out and just build up a kind of Gucci Glock 17 from there. And I'll have to definitely get a barrel from Walther.
Yeah. Everybody get barrels from Walther right now. You know.
What are you waiting for?
Well, I did send him a pack.
These are the barrels you're looking for. These are the barrels you're looking for. Yeah. There's no Hank Strange discount that I know of, so good luck.
I was gonna say, can I use Hank 10?
Yeah. You do Hank 10, they charge you 20%.
Codes are too complicated for Walther. Let me just tell you that right now.
I asked that with Kevin Dixie, and he was just like, "No, I'm charging you 20% more if you use that code."
Yeah. Oh yeah, I expect Kevin.
I want to give a quick shout out to CNT Design.
Oh, that's nice.
They they hooked me up.
That's a badass sign, man.
I got a sign coming
like
from CNT this week. I can't wait.
That is.
Who is CNT?
CNT Designs. He does plasma cutting. He's a YouTuber.
Oh, do I know? Okay, so do I know who that? Why'd your screen go blank, Daniel?
Because I am terrible with technology.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Armament and Access says, FYI, don't shoot a PS90 in flip-flops. No, only crazy.
Downward ejecting guns.
Yeah, only crazy people. Only crazy people go to the range. Okay, a shooting range with guns and shell casings and all the kinds of things in flip-flops. But go ahead, Rich.
What? Huh? Well, although because of the fire ants, I did put sneakers on at your house.
Oh, good. Good for you.
So, Hank, I just sent you a text with a
did
link
you?
to this. This is my wife's slide for her SIG P365.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That
Oh.
looks great.
It's
Who did that for you?
Crazy looking.
Mhm.
I did it.
Oh, you
Yeah?
did for real?
Yeah, I did that.
Some dude in Orlando's doing it.
Oh, you just straight up. He didn't even cover your life. That's good
Yeah,
work.
I
There's
was like, bro.
there's there's roses on there. That's nice. That looks nice, Rich. Yeah.
There's a couple more there.
Wait, hold on a second. That I don't know. In the pictures.
So it's a
In the
win.
pictures?
Yeah, just scroll up or whatever.
Oh, on Instagram, you want me to scroll up?
Yeah, on the geez.
Oh, okay. So, who is this? Let me see.
The AR
Jeep Dave. AR Jeep Dave. There
Yeah.
you go. Oh, nice. Yeah, nice work.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Yeah,
Is that crazy?
yeah.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That's all you.
So he gold
I
plated
mean,
the
in
barrel.
a nice way.
also.
In a nice way. In a nice way. For
So
all the people
it's
who,
got windows in that. That's a Patmos 365. That's like an alpha version of the Patmos, the JSD Patmos 365 slide.
Mhm.
But the next picture is the gold-plated barrel because the slide has the window cut in it.
Mhm.
So this way you see the gold-plated barrel from the inside there.
Okay. What gun is this for?
Well, that's a P365. That's my
Okay.
wife's.
Oh, okay. Sick. Okay. Very
Yeah.
nice.
I definitely want to do one of the Patmos P365. I did the 320, and I love that gun.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm,
Oh, I
mhm.
love my MUP1. It is one of the most fun guns I shoot.
I got mine before Christmas. I bought everything, the vise and everything I needed to drill it. I haven't done it yet.
Oh, you got to do it. It's fun.
I
I love it.
Yeah. Why is who says how many plastic balls do they hold? That's a throwback. I think.
Yeah, I missed. Yeah, I can't believe that didn't transfer over into the van, Hank. Can't believe it.
The balls.
Yeah, where's Hank's balls?
Yeah,
The balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
not a lot
bag
of
of
room.
balls.
There's not a lot of room in here for a big bag of balls.
No,
So-
you got to do that. You got to get like a potato sack full of balls. It's like, and say, well, this cabinet in the van will hold so many balls.
Right, yeah. No clothes or anything useful. Right. Yeah. So here's the thing. We do have GunDoctor TV on before we wrap it up here. We've got some minutes here before we wrap it up. But we have you on. You want to talk about, because you're the GOA, Kentucky State Director for GOA or
Director.
something like that. Am I saying it right? What's going on with Kentucky?
Well, right now, see, Kentucky, we're blessed. We are a very gun-loving state. So we got some bills right now that are going to really change the field as far as constitutional carry goes.
Mm-hmm.
Like my daughter, she's getting ready to turn 18, and she can already open carry legally, but she's
Mhm.
also under 5 feet tall. And I know weapon retention. I've trained weapon retention, and even cops with holsters with built-in retention get the gun taken away. So, still, this bill would allow 18-year-olds to, just like any 21-year-old can legally still carry in the state. So it's basically just going to open up that road, and we're
Okay.
really trying to push and get that.
Yeah.
There's a video on my channel, a few videos back,
Mhm.
maybe 2 videos back. I encourage people to go watch it and check it out, especially if you're in Kentucky or know people in Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky's doing, I think, pretty good. Indiana signed, I think, constitutional carry, right, into
Yes.
in today. Florida sucks.
Supermajority Republican. The DeSantis said, "Put it on my desk. I'll sign it." I got to take him at his word. But shocked AF that our frickin' rhinos, our rhino supermajority,
That's exactly
could not
it.
close the deal.
Yeah, Florida wants to be Massachusetts.
Massachusetts sucks. Like it sucks big time.
Oh my God, I can't believe what's happening in Florida, man. And from what I hear from Luis Valdez is because they don't want to. The Republicans here in Florida that put in that Marjorie Stoneman Douglas bill don't want to overturn their nonsense that they put in. So that's why they're blocking constitutional carry.
Mm-hmm.
And I think GOA has an email out. I guess I need to make a post about this and put it on social media. But GOA has an email thing out that you can fill in and send it to Governor DeSantis here. There's phone numbers and emails you guys could send him. I did it today, and they sent me back a thing saying, "Oh, we got so many emails, we can't answer your email." But people should do that.
They have no problem sending a letter to my wife fundraising today.
Yeah, absolutely.
My answer to this is these voting records are public, and elections will be around.
Yeah. I'm not going to support these Republicans no matter what they do. I don't care. I don't give a crap. And
I'm ready to vote Democrat. As much as I hate Democrats, but when you vote Democrat, the Democrats do what they say what they campaign on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They actually do it.
Yeah. I don't know that I want to vote for Democrats, but yeah, I mean, I would like to see more independents running in Florida, and I think we should primary a lot of these dudes, man, and get some stronger. Where's some Floridians out there, need to run against these guys, man. And I'll do everything I could do to help people.
Hank, why don't you
get recognition?
What?
Yeah.
At some point, I may.
Getting ready to say something.
At some point, I may have to do that here, man. I may have to run against some of these guys.
I'll vote for you.
Yeah. Well, it's Florida, so you can do that.
Well, have you in your area? We'll get Rich to run in his area.
Mm-hmm.
He can campaign with a plane and a banner.
Yeah, we need.
Dude, I want to run for Congress, and when they say, "No, Mr. Hughes, are you pro-gun?" and it's like, hold on a second, while I pull down on drill press, knock the holes out of the polymer 80.
Yeah.
Drill the third hole in an AR-15. Hold on, wait a second, while I bend up a flat or an AK.
Right.
Yeah, and then I'll be shooting full auto somewhere. I'll shoot a Sten gun over at Hank's and. So I'm sorry. What was the question? I couldn't hear you.
So let's say if you're a naturalized citizen, how far can you go? Can you go up to the Senate?
VP. You can go to VP.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably be president, I guess.
Henry Kissinger was
depending
VP,
on how the FBI vets you. You can.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding. I'm not even trying to start it. I'm not even trying to start trouble right now. But yeah, we do need to run against some of these guys, or at least support them, help promote them, and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I think it's going to come down to it. Like I switched over to being a Republican here in Florida, I don't know, a year or 2 years before Trump ran. So. It's not as easy as all that, but these guys need challenges. They need to realize that this stuff is not guaranteed to them here. I'm not saying I want to vote for Democrats here. I would rather vote for independents, and I'd like to see the Libertarian Party or something like that become stronger, and we just get rid of some of these idiots.
I'm gone to GOA Action right now, or gunowners.org/action, and I'm sending DeSantis a letter right now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll put something out, but if you go to GOA, you're going to easily find this, and I'll put something on.
Well, I dropped the link in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Okay, cool. I see it. Yes. We need to. Man, come on, Florida. It's getting embarrassing in Florida. It really is. We'll never get Joe to move here if we don't get our act together.
Exactly.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I'm actually coming down last week in April.
Listen, if your wife would get 4 jobs, you could just move to Florida right now.
So we went from 3 to 4 jobs. I'm coming down in April, and I can't wait. I'm gonna go hang out with my dad and check out some areas. And
yeah, cool. Very cool.
I'm excited.
Get a job at Caltech. Put QD points on everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Dear Lord.
Build more guns for the Ukraine. It'll be great.
Are you flying down or driving down?
Listen, I'm never making that drive again. Oh my God, that was a hell drive.
Dude, I did it like 4 times last year.
If you can't drive, don't move to Florida, man. Okay,
No,
because you
no,
got to
listen.
drive in Florida to get around.
I understand that, but from Massachusetts to Florida, that was 28 hours of
that's
just in a
not bad.
box truck.
It's all
And,
right.
How many hours was it to Oaks, Pennsylvania, Joe? How many?
6.
Oh, and that was tiring, right? How many times you pull over and switch off with your mom?
I drove the entire way straight through both ways.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my
but
wife
yeah,
drove west 2 times last year. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
you're right. Right, you're out in Nevada.
Yeah.
You don't want to drive up to Massachusetts, Daniel?
Yeah.
See how that is.
I put
Definitely not.
I put 27,000 miles on my van in the last year. No, I think I'm at 28,000. And I went out to like Utah at least twice. I was out there at least twice.
Oh wow. Cool.
I went out to Vegas, all of that. So
So Hank, is Walter going to do his show from a van when he's Monday nights?
I don't know. Walter's got pretty good
That would be
internet
cool,
in his
though.
house. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see what he gets
his-
into it.
His
Yeah.
internet is good.
Yeah, I don't know. He might be better off in the house, but we'll see.
I think Walter needs to do the show from his van.
Yeah. Hey, we wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com. Okay, so listen, before we go here, we got to start what is Rich showing here? Okay, Rich is showing he's showing his stem parts. Do you have a bunch of these stem parts that you're selling? No.
No.
Oh, okay,
No,
you're just promoting Walt.
Yeah.
Good. Awesome. There you go.
Because he's building me something, and I want him to think highly of me.
Oh, I see what's happening here.
Look at that.
Ulterior motives.
No, I like Walter. Come on.
Yeah. So Rich is trying to get his SHTF 50 to be the most badass one, I guess. He's trying to get some extra flavor sprinkled on it.
He's gonna laser in the squadron patch on it.
Oh, that's nice.
That's dope.
Okay, yeah, that'll be cool. You should get him to paint it. I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble with Walter because I'm giving you ideas.
If I get it gold plated,
Gold plated.
what do you think? Gold plated?
Do you know how expensive that's going to be to gold plate, dude? That is a big gun.
Listen, did you get the 29-inch barrel?
Yeah.
Yes.
What, you got 29?
Go big or go home.
Oh man. That barrel alone is going to cost you a lot of money. Just go get some gold paint from Walmart.
Right, Krylon.
Yeah, and spray it up. So listen, let me do this before we start wrapping up here. If anyone is in, where am I going to? Huntsville, Alabama this weekend. So I'm doing the show tonight, and then tomorrow I think we're doing a show. But for the rest of the week, there won't be a show because Lola and I are going to Huntsville, Alabama. We're going to be at the Gigaparts store in Huntsville, Alabama. They're having Gigaparts Day. So that's a ham radio store in Huntsville, Alabama. And I'm going to be there hanging out with them on Saturday. And also I'm going to be getting a ham radio put into the van. So that's my ulterior motive for going up there. But if anyone wants to hang out with me, I'll put this up on social media also. You can come on over and hang out with us in Alabama. I don't know how many folks out there are in the Alabamas.
Are you going to go to the Space Center there?
I've been there before. I don't know if we're going to get a chance
to.
Yeah, I've been there before when we went to, Lola's brother was a sergeant major, and before he retired,
right.
Yeah, he was I think they still live up there, so he was stationed up there, and we went and checked it out and stuff like that. So, but that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm telling everyone right now, if you're in Alabama, in Huntsville, Gigaparts store, come hang out with us. We'll be there. So let's do this. We'll start with Daniel. How can the folks support you? Where can they go to? How can they see all 3 of your channels, including the Star Wars one?
Well, just search Star Wars videos. You'll find me eventually. GunDoctortv everywhere. You can also find my channel, Reify, spelled just like that. And yeah, it's a small channel. No videos yet, but I got videos coming.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So make sure you take your butt over there and subscribe to it. So here we go. Joe. I don't know what Joe is up to. He's looking too serious right now.
No, I'm just listening.
Are you looking for the 5th job for your wife right now? You're looking on the internet. Okay, where are the people going to? Where can they go and see your stuff, Joe, and support you?
So they can go to youtube.com/Shooting Gallery NE. You can check me out on TikTok at Shooting Gallery NE. Post a lot of stuff over there. Instagram, Shooting Gallery New England. And if you're in the Massachusetts area, come swing by Cape Gunworks and say hello. Happy to meet everybody. I've been seeing a few people that watch the channel come by lately. And
no, you're not.
Say how much. Yeah, I have.
No, you're not. You tell me it's such a pain in the butt when people come to see you.
If they're a subscriber, I'm more than happy. More than happy.
He's not crazy at all, Joe. He's not crazy.
The first time somebody came to see him, he's like,
he's just really eccentric. This is just Rich being eccentric. Don't get mad.
That's great.
Okay. All right, Rich. So the same thing, my friend. Where can people see you? Are you going to be doing the gun show thing this weekend? I don't know.
Not this weekend. I'm all out of frames. So my goal was to sell out of the P80 frames. I still have slides and stuff like that. So slides and torch kits. Mm-hmm. But so myspace.com, Flying Rich, look me up there. And
he's probably not kidding. He's probably not kidding.
No, he's not kidding. I'm on MySpace. A couple of people. A couple of people are following me there. And so youtube.com/FlyingRich, FlyingRich.com, and of course on the grams, I'm FlyingRich_official because some rat has Flying Rich.
Yeah, this is how we know all his fellow crazy people. Whoever is following him on MySpace.
Boss Hog is following me on MySpace.
Right, there you go. Right there. Boom. Well, you know what? I've got to see if I'm guessing at this point I don't have a MySpace. MySpace might make a comeback.
I locked my MySpace out when I
that was years ago.
Thinking I was going to be a rapper.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so listen.
I have a rap story.
You have a rap story?
Yes, I used to be in a rap group, I guess.
Really?
And I've even performed in concert.
Is there video? Is there video of this?
No, probably not.
Oh, come on, man! You guys didn't make at least
My
one
wife
video.
Witnessed it.
But there's no video. There's no video.
Still with you?
No.
No pictures.
Yeah. It's surprisingly.
What's the name of the group? What was the name of the group?
I don't really. There wasn't really a name for the group.
Oh,
Had
okay.
our individual names. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I don't know if I want to call her up. I think I got her on my phone.
I produced an entire hip hop album in New Jersey. So
Nice.
I think the title of the album, man, this is going back. I think it's called Born This Way, and the artist is Jihad Mnemonic. Boom, there you go. It's probably still on. I'm gonna look up CD Baby and see if it's still out there. But I produced that whole album, and if someone finds it, I'm even on. You could hear Hank Strange on there, in some parts of that album. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so listen, we're gonna roll in the end, and I'm gonna look that up and see if I can find it. And definitely, we want evidence of GunDoctor TV rapping, just as well as Joe said he only showed us a picture. I'm pretty sure there's some video out there. So if someone has video of that prom that they can send to us, yes, we would totally.
My best friend probably has a lot. I'll tell you that much. He probably has videos.
We totally want to see.
I'm gonna call John Crump. Get him on it right now.
Oh, Crump. Okay.
And if you haven't picked Crump has got a massive mother effing story that's gonna break this week.
Okay. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna roll in the end, and and then we're gonna come back. And one of you guys, who's gonna do the words of wisdom? Oh, okay. So you're getting volunteered. Shooting Gallery NE is gonna be giving us words of wisdom. We'll be right back here in a couple seconds. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us here on the show. If you want to get the audio side of this, you can go to iTunes or Podbean, or for that matter, you can go to Audible, all your favorite places to get your audio podcast from. And we appreciate everyone watching the show as well as listening all over the world. There's folks out there in Australia, Italy. We've got a lot of people in England, listening to us. So we appreciate all those people for listening. Okay, words of wisdom. Who's got it?
Yes, I got volunteered. All right, well, how about this? Be kind. And,
Rewind.
Yeah, I was going to say be kind and rewind. Thank you, everybody. You guys are amazing. And don't stop supporting the people that you watch every day.
Awesome. There you go. All right. Yeah,
And get 5 jobs.
Right, exactly. Get as many jobs as possible. You basically don't need to sleep in order to do this. If you want to know how we all do it and what makes us crazy, we don't sleep. So there you go.
If you're looking for Flying Rich on YouTube, don't click on Flying with Rich. He has hair.
Or
Fly Rich.
Fly Rich.
Not Fly Rich.
Fly Rich.
Flying Rich. The biggest rich on YouTube. He's going to be giving away planes soon. Yeah.
Oh.
He's going to.
And I'm in one of GunDoctor's videos.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that's true.
Awesome.
I see how that is. Don't worry, Daniel.
Yeah. We're all in a video right now. We're all in the
Wait, you were in that video.
We are all
Yo,
collaborative.
you're in that video too.
Oh my lord. Okay, so listen, we're getting out of here. I'm gonna hit the button right now. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're out of here. You guys stay right here. I'm gonna press the buttons here and end the show. Let's see. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully I pressed the right buttons over there. We'll see.